Well, welcome back to Dunkirk Dunes. So here we are. This is Germany's last turn. This is Germany turn 8. And here's where we're going to blow a bunch of stuff up and just sacrifice what we've got because don't really need it anymore. But Germany is going to buy some stuff. Some of it is actually for a purpose. Others are just, why the heck not? I had 76 to spend. I'm going to buy 3 tanks. I'm buying down the 15 damage on the factory in Leningrad so that I could rail out of there. Spending 15 on another airbase. And then I don't need to. I don't think this does anything, but I had 28 left. I was just going to buy a couple of destroyers and a cruiser. Don't really need them, but it's kind of fun to buy stuff when you don't need it. Okay, so attacks here. What are we going to do? So here we've got several things going on, of course, in Russia. And we're going to do what we can here against Cyprus. And I went back and forth about whether I want to hit these guys here in Morocco or not. And I don't think I'm going to do it. I don't think it's necessary. I don't think it's going to help, really. So, okay. So let's go ahead and we'll just kind of go through the combat movements and attacks here. So one of the tanks here in Archangel is going to blitz across Venezia that the Italian bomber got lucky enough to clear. If I had known he was going to hit twice, maybe I would have hit Vologda and gone into Moscow. Although I don't know that, I'm sure he would get it back, you know. But it would have been kind of fun to watch Moscow come down. So that tank is now in Urals, which is a resource point. These, we're going to have 2 infantry and 2 tanks go here into Vologda to try and cut off the ability there to kind of retreat or get back into the Urals. These other 3 tanks from Archangel are going into Smolensk, along with the 2 tanks from Belarus and the 2 mechs from Belarus and the 2 artillery from Belarus. So that's what we're going to have on that battle there. And I don't know if I'll clear that. I'm hoping to clear that, but don't know that it will be fully successful. And then, of course, we're gonna walk all of this stuff into Ukraine. So from Western Ukraine, we're gonna bring down the 2 infantry and the artillery, and all the ground units here that are in Bessarabia are going to walk into Ukraine. So we've got 5 artillery total. We've got all of these guys. All of these guys. This little stack of guys. Whoops. Okay. And so the only thing that I didn't move out of Bessarabia that was German are the 2 heavy bombers. And what they're going to do is they're going to go 1, 2, 3 to Stalingrad to try and destroy those 2 fighters there before they have an opportunity to cause us any trouble. Okay, so and then other combat movements. So we have 2 heavy bombers in Romania. We're going to go 1 into the Black Sea, 2 into 99, 3 is into Cyprus. Okay, and we're just trying to clear out as much as we possibly can that is there. And in addition to the 2 heavy bombers, we've got a tactical and 2 fighters coming over from Romania. So that's a count of 3. So they have 2 left, both the fighters and the tacticals. And the heavy bombers, so it was 1, 2, 3, leaving from an air base, because there's an air base in Romania. They have 4 left. And then we also have 2 tacticals and a fighter in Rome. 1 into 97, 2 into 99, 3 into Cyprus, also leaving from an air base. So again, these little planes, the tactical bombers and the fighters, they all have 2 left as well. Okay, so the heavy bombers have 4. All the little planes have 2. And I think the other planes that I have, it's too far. Yep, it's too far for them to get involved, so they're just going to do some non-combat movements. So I think those are the battles that we have here. Just want to make sure I didn't miss anything. All the green arrows are non-combat stuff. So I think we're ready to roll some dice. Let's go ahead and, I guess we'll just start at the top. So Vologda, I have 2 tanks and 2 infantry. So 2 at 1 and 2 at 3. And I need 2 hits. Okay, there's 1 hit. Okay, so one of the Soviets' infantry is going to come off, but they get to defend. 2 at 2. Okay. Okay, there's 1 hit. Okay, so we're going to lose a German infantry. Okay, so now I've got 2 tanks and an infantry. I can roll it all at once here. Russian defender is the green. So the Russian defender got a hit and I did not. So we're going to take off another Soviet. Okay, now we're down to 2 tanks against 1 infantry. We'll roll it all again together. Okay, we each got a hit. Those Russian defenders did well, but I'm glad I brought what I brought. So I still have a tank there in Vologda, which is what I needed. Okay, now let's go down to Smolensk. So here I have 5 tanks. 2, 3, so 5 at 3. Okay, and then I have 4 at 2 because I've got 2 mechs and 2 artillery. So I have the mechs paired with the artillery. Okay, let's just see what kind of damage we can do here. Okay, there's only 2 hits there. So I think first he's going to take the anti-aircraft gun and then one of the infantry. Okay, now that infantry is going to get to fire back. And he also has a 2nd infantry, And then he has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 artillery. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 artillery. So that's, I think, 7 twos. Let's just make sure that sounds right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 7th is the one that I hit. Okay, so 7 twos. Okay, he got 2 hits. So I'm going to go ahead and lose my 2 mechanized infantry. And then I get to roll my 5 tanks and my 2 artillery. Okay. Okay, there's 3 hits. So 3 hits. So we'll take another infantry and 2 of the artillery. Okay, but those 3 units are going to get to roll. And then you have another 3 units that are going to get to roll. So 6 at 2. Okay. Wow, look at that. 4 hits. Okay, so the 2 artillery, and we're going to take out 2 of the tanks. Okay, down to the end here. So I still have 3 tanks, and it's against 3 artillery. So we can roll it all together. Wow. Okay, you got 3 hits, I got 1 hit. So I did not wipe that out. There are 2 Russian artillery left there. Okay, 2 Russian artillery left. All right, they survived. Okay, let's do these 2 fighters here in Stalingrad. So I've got 2 heavy bombers, so they're each going to roll 4 dice at 2. I'm hoping for 2 hits. Okay, I got 3 hits. So the Russian fighters are gone, and it's not really going to matter whether they hit me or not, because these heavy bombers are last round. So here we go. Wow, they blanked. The Russian fighters blanked. I wish I had cleared out the artillery there in Smolensk. I would have rather had that than have the bombers survive. I didn't mark the bombers, but they came from Bessarabia. So 1, 2, 3. There's no air base in Bessarabia. They have 3 left, both of them, when it comes time to land them. Okay. The only other battle, I guess, that we have then is we're just going to see what kind of damage we can do here on Cyprus, if we can clear that off. So I have, again, I've got 2 heavy bombers. So that's 4 twos for each of the 2 heavy bombers. And then I have 3 fighters and 3 tacticals. So 3 at 3 for the fighters and 3 at 4 for the tacticals. And there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, I think 8. I think I count 8 units there on Cyprus. I believe that's correct. Although the air transport doesn't get to fire, but he can be taken as a casualty. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That seems right to me. All right, let's go ahead and roll this attack. Oh, this is good. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so I think I'm going to hit all but 1. So I think what you would take is all but a fighter. I think you would save 1 Russian fighter there. Let's go ahead and just roll the defense. You know, if you think differently, G.I. Joe, you know, if you want to keep the tactical or something, you're welcome to. But let's go ahead and roll the defense. So there are 4 infantry there, 2 Soviets and 2 US. There are the 2 fighters, which are 2 at 4. There's the tactical, which is at a 3. And that should be 7 dice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yep, because the bomber doesn't get to roll. So here we go. Okay, there's 4 hits there. So what I'm going to take as casualties is the first 2 are going to be my heavy bombers, because I can't do jack with them anymore. So that's 2. And then I'm going to take tacticals. So that's 3, and that is 4. So that is the 4 hits. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and roll a second round on this because I want to destroy that last unit. So what I'm going to have here is 3 fighters and a tactical. So we can go ahead and remove all of the dead stuff. Okay. All right. So what we've got left is 1 fighter. I'm assuming that's what you would keep there. Hi, Julia. So I have 3 fighters, so that's 3 at 3. And then I have a tactical at 4. I just need 1 hit. I got 1 hit. Okay. And then the defense is going to be 1 at 4. You got a hit. Okay. So we're going to hit that last tactical. All right. So that has been cleared off, at least for the moment. All right. So we just have these that we need to land. Okay. And they have 2 left. They all have 2 left. So the only place that they can land, really, is Greece. Yeah. Okay, so they're all landing in Greece. Okay. And now I think we're ready to do non-combats. Okay. So, yeah. Okay. So non-combat movements, we're going to fly these guys that are in southern France, the 2 fighters that are still there, are going to go to Rome. That's just 2. They can totally do that. This one that's in Algeria will go also to Rome. This one that is in Western Germany, he's going to fly here to Yugoslavia. Okay. And the reason that he's going to do that is I'm going to build an air base in Yugoslavia as well. So, G.I. Joe and VK, when you come in to attack C-Zone 97, and I ought to, I ought to get a hit on the when you actually roll for me. The question is just if your subs are going to get a hit on their 1 try. But everything that can scramble will scramble. So 3 planes from Greece, 3 planes from Rome, and the tactical from Yugoslavia, they will all be scrambling. So let's see. I think the only other thing left to do is just some non-combat movements. Oh, let me just do this. So I bought the damage, the 15 damage off of that factory there in Leningrad. And so that will allow me to rail 2 units out of Leningrad if I would like to. And I just want to make sure those two artillery that are left there, that they can't really do anything. I'm going to go ahead and rail. Oh, you don't even have to rail them. I'm going to move one guy to Belarus. I'm going to go ahead and rail one of the other guys. And so I'm just going to chip that out. I'm just going to rail him down here to Western Ukraine. I don't know that that's necessary, but I'm just going to do that. Okay, other non-combat movements. So these two guys are going to rail out of Western Germany, 1, 2, over into Normandy, Bordeaux. These 4 guys are just going to walk into Holland, Belgium. The anti-aircraft gun can go there as well. Just do move his 1 space there. I don't actually need to move that fleet. I was thinking about it, but I don't need to. These transports here. So one of the transports will go and pick up a guy off of London and come back and drop him in Normandy. Another one of the transports will go pick up a guy, come back, drop him in Denmark. And another one of the transports will go pick up a guy, and he'll be down here now, and drop him in Holland, Belgium. Okay, so 1, 2, so I have 3 ground units right there right now in Normandy, Bordeaux. I've got the anti-aircraft gun and the 2 artillery. Might as well go ahead and place my 3 tanks that I purchased are going right there. Okay, so now I've got 3, 4, 5, 6 in Normandy, Bordeaux ground units. I've got 6 ground units in Holland, Belgium. I've got 5 in Denmark, and I've got 5 in Norway. So that is the Atlantic Wall with a little extra. Okay, so the air base, and then these guys just for fun. So the air base is going to go here in Yugoslavia so that he could scramble if he was needed. Should be enough. And just because I can, I'm just going to build 2 destroyers and a cruiser there in 93 to keep that U.S. sub company. He was getting lonely. I think that is it. I mean, so we can flip over. So Ukraine was 3. Oh, I need to land these bombers here. They had 3 left. Just for fun, I'm going to go 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And go land over there on Hambone's side of the board, because the bombers can go over the pass there. So we're up 3, 4 for Vologda, 5, 6 for Urals. So if we go up 6, we're at 64. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That puts us at 70. And I don't need to collect income because there is no turn 9. But the income tracker is useful on this just because of the Third Reich point. And that one should be safe. 70 IPCs between Germany and Italy combined. I've got Italy right now at 17. So that's more than enough for them to be there. So anyway, that is, I think, it for Germany turn 8. That's the whole game for Germany anyway. So we'll see what Russia has up its sleeve. I mean, I suspect they will want to make a counterattack there on Ukraine, and they may be able to take it. Who knows? Oh, one other non-combat. I might as well move this anti-aircraft gun from Bessarabia into Ukraine. That's one more hit point there. And I think that should probably pretty much do it. I might as well. I'm going to move this infantry and the anti-aircraft gun into Yugoslavia so my tactical has some company there. But I think that's basically it. There is nothing else to do. All right. So that does give us, let's go over here to the victory point tracker. So that does give the Axis the Atlantic Wall, and at least for the moment, it gives us resources, which I think is at 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So we're at 12 for the moment, but we're not done. So we'll see how this thing goes. It's anybody's game. So I think we're on to G.I. Joe and Russia. Thanks for watching. Of course, I forgot to do the recap. Okay, so let's do recap quickly. Normandy, Bordeaux, I have 3 tanks, 2 infantry, 1 anti-aircraft gun. C-Zone 110, I have 2 destroyers, a transport, an aircraft carrier. Holland, Belgium, I have 5 infantry and an anti-aircraft gun. Denmark, 5 infantry. Norway, 5 infantry. C-Zone 112, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 transports and a destroyer. Baltic states, I have an anti-aircraft gun there. I might as well move that 1 space up into Belarus. So now I don't have anything in Baltic states, but Belarus I have an infantry and an anti-aircraft gun. Leningrad, I have 3 infantry. Vologda, I have a tank. Urals, I have a tank. Western Ukraine, I have 1 infantry. We'll do Ukraine last. Yugoslavia, I have 1 infantry and an anti-aircraft gun and a tactical bomber and a newly paced airbase. On Rome itself, I have 2 fighters and a tactical bomber. C-Zone 93, it doesn't matter, but I've got 2 destroyers and a cruiser there. Greece, I have an infantry, a tank, an anti-aircraft gun, 3 fighters. And for the last here, Ukraine, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, plus 5. So 17 plus 5 would be 22 infantry, 1 anti-aircraft gun, and 5 artillery. That's it. Thanks for watching.